Hi guys, my name is Katie. If you don't already know me, I own Kitty Cakes & Co. If you do already know me, you've been waiting for this video for a very long time. A lot of things have put me off from making this video, whether it's the lighting, making sure I look the way I want to look, makeup, hair, whatever. Having someone edit it like professionally or make it professionally. And I realize now, I'm like, it doesn't have to be professional. It's about the story behind it. It's not about the way it looks. And I'm tired of like putting it off. So I'm here to make the video because I want to make it. I'm tired of putting it off. First off, I have to say, a lot of you have been asking a lot of questions. One, the trailer is no longer for sale. Two, yes, I am selling cakes, cupcakes, goodies, everything. I'm selling all of it still. We're not going anywhere. I promise you. Three, a lot of the reason why it was hard for me to let the trailer go. So one, because I was never able to tell the story, and again, the way I wanted it to, and I have to realize it's not perfect. I have to let it go and move on. But also, this trailer meant more to me than just a trailer and starting the business. And so it was really hard for me to let it go. And if you guys had seen, I wish I brought it up here with me, but if you guys had seen the cookie jar, that was like my first sign that like I'd been praying and praying about it. And I was like, I feel like this is something I should be selling and moving forward with my business in another way. Still doing the baked goods, but just selling it. And then the cookie jar came along and I was like, oh my gosh, like it totally changed my mind. So first off, I want to do this testimony video because before it's re-renovated, I would like to do it as its natural grateful faith before she gets like her big update. So this is what that video is. So how I came about Grateful Faith is I had my regular cupcake business, which some of you have been following me from like that beginning. I went and did the Cupcake Wars and we won that, and then we started growing from there and you guys started ordering from me. So when that happened, I'd been praying about just like, I don't know how we're gonna grow my business and what my next step was. So that next step for me started looking like I want to grow the business in a like either commercial storefront or renting a place. I started looking really hard at Lancaster Marketplace. I called the guy, I met with the guy, I wrote up all the different prices, how much it would cost me to go in there, get all the equipment, rent the stand. And I just was like uneasy about it. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I feel like there's either this or this. So one day I was scrolling through Instagram. I don't even remember how it popped up, but a trailer bar company called Get Hitched Mobile came up on my Instagram page. And my first thought was like, oh my gosh, this is literally so cute. And I like went on their page and I saw they did like hot cocoa and coffee and like all the different things. And I was like, first off, I was like, oh my gosh, I want this at my wedding. It's so cute. I want it. And then I remember calling my boyfriend and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, how amazing would this be to like be able to serve like treats and goodies and different things inside, but like as a horse trailer. And if you guys know me, I also have horses and love the farm life and all things, so that like kind of hit my heart too. And I was like, oh, it'd be so cool. Fast forward, I think like the next day I'd been like praying about it really hard, and like I was like, oh my gosh, if I had a trailer I would do this and this. And so I was doing this kiss prayer about like all these things I wanted, and I was like, okay God, like if I'm supposed to do this, like just bring a trailer for me. And like it literally happened so quickly. Okay, so when I went to take that nap, before I napped, I like prayed about it. And during my nap, I had this like big crazy dream. So I remember in this dream, we were going along the road and we were riding our bikes. And I remember seeing a bright yellow car drive up, and it was like this super fancy car driving up. And I remember he told me to get in the car, and I was like, that's weird. I don't trust you. I'm not getting in the car. And I remember he just saying, yes, please trust me. I promise I'm not going to hurt you. Please just trust me. And I remember being so uneasy. And I remember my boyfriend at the time, like, telling me to, like, get in the car. It's okay. It'll be fine. And I was, like, really, really, really nervous. But I remember him just repeating over and over again, trust me. You can trust me. I promise you, you can trust me. And that is when he took me. And we went to the big open parking lot with the two trailers. And one was them was exactly what I wanted, and the other one wasn't. And I was like, why'd you take me here? And you said, I told you to trust me. I remember looking at both of the trailers, and one that was like, it's exactly what I was like thinking about and wanting. Like, how did you know this? And my dream ended. I wake up I don't know what urged me to do it, but I literally opened up my phone, immediately went to Marketplace, and I tell you guys, I did not type in one word, and this trailer popped up, exact trailer that I was like spitting image looking for in my mind. I wanted it to be white. I wanted it to be old looking. I wanted to have that white, or it's not white, it's silver diamond like in the front. I really, really wanted that for some reason. And the trailer popped up and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw it was in Delaware and it wasn't a lot of money. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is literally what I'm looking for. I called my boyfriend on the phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, I found this trailer. It's like literally perfect and what I was thinking about. I was like, I just had a dream about it. I was like freaking out. So I messaged this guy and I asked if it was still available. And he said yes. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming tonight. No lie. We drove down to Delaware that night. We looked at it. It was probably 9 or 10 o'clock when we got there. It was pitch black. We didn't see anything. We didn't see all the rust. We didn't see the dents. We didn't see anything. I just knew I had to get the trailer. And if you guys know this feeling, I just was like, I knew I had to buy it. Like, to say, I knew for me that I knew I was supposed to buy, because that same sentence kept going through my mind. Trust me, you can trust me, over and over and over again. And I knew that was the prayer that I was asking for and the confirmation that I was looking for. So I knew what I was supposed to do. I knew I was supposed to buy the trailer, and it was meant to be. And it was just an answered prayer. So it was easy dumb for me to decide to buy this trailer that wasn't great looking. Barely looked at it. I took a flashlight with my phone, looked around. I was like, yeah, it looks good. I mean, we're going to be demolishing it anyways. I had no plans in my head other than I wanted to make this a cupcake trailer. Like no plans for it. So we bought it that night. We drove it home from Delaware with no license plate, no lights on the back of the trailer. It had 3 flat tires. I have no idea how we made it home. It was about a 2.5 hour drive. I have no idea how we made it home. We got home at like 1 a.m. We purchased the trailer for about $900, and it stood in the back of our barn for a really long time till I found somebody to work on it. And then I found JJ Stoner to work on it. Stoner Industrials, if you guys know that, in Denver. He worked on it. He did amazing. And I had been praying super hard for like the perfect people to work on it, but they would just come along also at the right time. And God definitely blessed me with the right people, the right circumstances, the finances for it. It was not a cheap project. When you feel God calling you to something, definitely don't ignore that. Explore that. See what it is. Because usually when God's calling you something, it's really, really good. And so glad I did it. And I think it's still just a part of something that he hasn't gotten out of my life yet, but it means a lot to me because of that. And I feel like there's still a lot of use with that trailer that I just haven't done yet. And my business isn't just a business to support me. I mean, yes, it is. It supports me. It supports what I'm doing. But I also believe that this is like a really big gift from God, because if you guys know my story, I have no baking background whatsoever. I watched Food Network growing up. I have no baking background at all. So it's quite amazing that somehow I knew how to bake. But watching all the Food Network and then just like coming up with a bunch of recipes and then working at different bakeries in the past, like Lancashire Cupcake and Scratch, I learned a lot at both places and it was an amazing experience. But because of that, I just truly think this is a gift that God has given me. So it's more for me to glorify God in this business than it is to use it as a way of building my income, making a ton of money, or becoming rich, because that's definitely not gonna happen when you own a business. Owning a business is very, very hard. Yeah, any means that I can to glorify God in the business, whether it's with the trailer or me serving you guys, I'm just hoping that's reached some way, some throughout. And I know some people can be offended talking about religion in a business platform, but I definitely feel as though if God's given me this business, why should I not glorify him in it? Why should I not talk about it? I shouldn't be ashamed by it. I certainly welcome people who aren't Christians or have a different religion to come in here and like my business and be a part of my business. Some people might not like me talking about it, but I definitely don't feel ashamed to. And I like to keep spreading that around. So, oh, and I have to say, when I picked up the trailer, I told the guy all about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I already named her. And he's like, what's her name? He's like, her name's Grateful Faith. Like, I literally named her that night, Grateful Faith, because I had so much faith, and I was super grateful at what God was doing for me. And I don't know, it was a very easy name for me to name her. So now she's back at shop getting worked on. She's going to be renovated. So I don't want to totally say everything that is going to go on in the trailer renovation wise, like what we'll be serving afterwards, but I can assure you we'll be serving all of the baked goods, all of the cake jars, all of the goodies, plus more goodies, as well as coffee and a little bit of something extra. I don't want to say just yet, but I'm hoping it'll run the horizon to going to different events, different food truck things, and also just going around and meeting different people and connecting with others. And I think that's a big part of what I like to do in this business. And then also selling our cake jars online. So, and then if you guys want orders, obviously order. But I want to make this video. I know it's like not the most amazing video, but I just want to share it. And I was like, I'm tired of myself holding off for it. So here it is. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys have any questions, I don't know. I can answer questions too if you guys like are curious or about different things. So anyhow, yeah, thanks for watching.